Meow. 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 The people are going to think I'm really crazy because I always start my live streams meowing at the monitor. It's all your fault. Yeah, it is. It's all your fault. Hi, Bob. First one in. See three people in here. Everyone's quiet, I guess. See Nibble kind of making her way down the hallway here. She wants to join us a little bit too. She knows that we're going to start dishing kitty treats here pretty quick. And then there's this one here that's just making a lot of racket right now. Because he wants his kitty treats. Hello, Jean. How are you? We'll wait until the kitties actually want to make a proper appearance here. It's going to be a real quiet live stream, I guess, here. Nobody wants to talk. My mom's doing good. You know, she was a little paranoid a couple days ago. She had to call me because she heard a news report that people that got the Johnson and Johnson COVID vaccine, like one or two people had blood clots or something like that. And of course, she's you know, paranoid that I'm the one person in 30 million that's going to get it. Well, I'm still here. Sorry about that. Still here. Bite, nibble, and wreck. Yeah, that's me. I'm a wreck. Nobody talks. I'm going to have to drink more. Ah, you're so easy to fool. Quiet group today. Wow. Yeah, yard's coming together well. Gonna do some more yard vlogs this week, so you'll see more coming here. That was the front yard. I was just outside a little bit. Looks like the hydrangeas are already starting to bloom a little bit, so that's kind of neat. Now they're all kind of wandering around here, wondering where the treats are. Nibble was here a second ago, but second to turn the computer around, she tends to make herself scarce. Come here, Bite. Here's one for you. There she is. Hey, Nibble, you want one too? Not you. Come on, Nibble. No? You could have some. Psych. I think she knows if she stares at me long enough, I'll just throw one to her, and then she doesn't have to approach. And that's just how she is. Well, I eventually use my cast iron on the barbecue side burner for an epic steak. Maybe, maybe. Is that my shirt from Roswell? No, this is another vintage Jordan Alliance shirt. That's his Been There Vlog That shirt. That was my first appearance on a t-shirt right there. That's me, my ugly mug. And of course, everyone's hero and everyone's other hero. The real talent behind the vlog. Morning, David and Terry. How you doing? Yeah, it's a nice, beautiful sunny day here too. Beautiful Sunday here too. It's supposed to be only supposed to get into the 60s today, but it's supposed to be kind of clear. We've had rain for the last couple days, so we're kind of moving out of that. But it's a nice day to go work out in the yard. So I think that's probably what a lot of this weekend is going to be for me. This is my short weekend from work, so I only got 3 days, so I'm going to make the most of it. Sunny in Tacoma, huh? All right. Just got the notification now. That's okay. I just started 7 minutes ago, so you haven't missed much. People were a little quiet the first couple of minutes. We have somebody who's speaking in emoji here. It's going to be in the 80s in Brentwood. Well, I think it's usually about that around this time of year, so that doesn't surprise me. I assume that's Brentwood, California, although there might be other Brentwoods in the world. You gonna come up here and say hi, Bite? Or are you just gonna kind of wander around? I got a window over there that he likes to peek out of. He used to have a big, thick hedge in front of it, but the big freeze a few months ago killed it. So now he can look out and see the street on there. So he really likes that window now. So I've been kind of leaving the blinds up just about a foot so he can kind of get in there and lay in the window and peer outside. He likes that because there's lots of fun things to see. He likes it when the birds are out there. So there's two Brentwoods in California. I didn't know that. That sounds like that would get a little confusing. Is this my long weekend? No, this is my short weekend, my three day weekend. Last weekend was a long one. The beauty of the short weekend is, even though I'm going into the long work week this week, it's pay week, so that's always kind of the positive thing that comes from the long week. Will I be seasoning the cast iron before I use them? No, they're pre-seasoned, so I shouldn't have to do anything, but just have to kind of keep up with it. Yeah, I didn't know there was a Brentwood North. Hi, Stephanie. How are you? So how long I've been doing the vlogging? You've been watching me from the start. It's been going about 2 years now, a little bit more than 2 years, because in middle of next month, that'll be my 2 year anniversary of moving to Texas. And you'll recall the first few vlogs I did were me fixing up the house to sell. So I wasn't daily vlogging at that point. I was just, whatever. I think the period between like the first and second vlog was like several weeks, you know. But then we started doing it daily and then backed off to 3 days and 4 days and whatever it was. So yeah, I've thought about putting a bird feeder in front of the window or like cat TV or something like that. Morning, Bill. Yeah, I know it's crazy. I'm into my mid 500s on videos, so that's a lot. Yeah, I got to find some more places to go nature walking though, because really the only places I've gone so far have been, either Cameron Park or Woodway Park. And I tried to do the Carling Bright Arboretum a few weeks ago, but after the big freeze, that place is closed, and I guess they're having to do a lot of repair work in there. You've only been subscribed for a few weeks now. Okay. I guess that's going to be like an ongoing joke now, right? Somebody's been watching the vlogs and commenting on them for a long time. Oh yeah, I just subscribed a couple weeks ago. Yeah, that's news to me, Gene. I didn't know there were two Brentwoods. Your neighbor did they have to tunnel under the slab? That was the worst part of it. I mean, if it was just a matter of going out to, going from the house out to the street, that wouldn't have been that big a deal. But when you have to tunnel under the house, that was a big thing. I mean, I took you under that tunnel, and they did a lot of work. And that was in the middle of summer too. That was a horrible time to do that because it's like 95 degrees out there. Did I move the computer screen? If you talk about this one here, no, that's where it's always been. It might be tipped up this way a little bit so you see it a little better, or maybe I'm just sitting more this way than usual. I don't know. Yeah, must just be a slightly different angle. Maybe I'm not seated in exactly the same place, and if you move the computer this way, and then the monitor appears maybe a little bit more visible. I think when I go visit my mom, though, one of the things she's going to do is not only am I going to get my dad's old flat screen TV, she's also got like a flat screen TV she used, and she replaced hers, so she's going to give me hers too. And it's not a big, huge one, but it's probably you know that size. And I may end up putting like that up here, and then have Matt's Island Horizon videos running on that. Yeah, yeah, that's Matt's videos. That's Island Horizon videos. Definitely go check him out if you haven't already. Uh, I saw when I started this one up that he's got like 350 videos up now. So he's putting new ones up all the time. He's going to catch up with me in the number of videos here pretty soon. Really like to get his subscriber rate up though, get him to the point where he can start making a little bit of money off of that. It's really great stuff. It's really soothing to look at. You can just you know, if you're at work and want to, just have something soothing on the screen, just put it on the screen and have it, play all videos, and it's just really quiet, soothing imagery. It's just nice to have, nice to look at. Yeah, I had a laptop sitting here a couple weeks ago. That was the week I wasn't sure I was going to be able to actually do a live stream because my laptop was misbehaving. You watch him at night. That's cool. Yeah, leave comments on his channel. He loves to read them. Moved from Southern California to Eureka and only get to the Bay Area once or twice a year. Okay, well, that's more than I get. No, I don't know, Bay Area, I don't know, isn't really that nice of an area anymore. It's kind of gone into the dumpster. I don't know. Every day I wake up, I get some new reason why I'm glad I left California. Yeah, it isn't even a business supporting another business. It's just a friend supporting a friend. I've known Matt forever, and I kind of like I kind of like the fact that he was inspired to start doing this because he saw me doing what I was doing. It's funny how it all kind of just starts from one person. Adam Wu inspired Jordan, and Jordan inspired me and Scott, and I think even to some extent John Juan has been doing some stuff because of that, and now Matt is doing it because of me. So it's just this kind of it's like a virus. The supervisor would lose his mind if you had video playing in the background. Yeah, some people are like that. I mean, I would think it would be different, something like that versus like, watching, something else, watching a vlog or something like that. But, sometimes it's an issue with internet bandwidth too. Circulate to percolate. Yeah. No, San Francisco definitely. It's gone downhill really bad, and just the last couple of years too. Got everyone watching out for me here, making sure I get some thumbs up. That's cool. Thank you, everyone. I was out front this morning and saw that rose bush that I planted a few weeks ago is starting to bloom here. So I snapped some pictures. Hang on, let me show you. I don't use the tablet very often, so I had it on for the first time in a while and needed to do a bunch of system updates. So I'm on. It's still kind of booting up here. Oh yeah, it is. Come on. Yeah, we'll get back to that later. Remind me later. Oh, there it goes. Press the button to open the gallery and it wouldn't do it. Yeah, so that's the rose bushes. Let's see if I can get it such a place where you can see it. So, we got some roses. That's a rose. That's a rose. A couple of them over here. So, rose bushes are doing nice. Let's see, what else do we got here? Like I said, the hydrangeas are starting to bloom a little bit. They're doing good. Yeah, the whole garden's coming together nicely. So, everything's absolutely beautiful in the Pacific Northwest today. That's nice. Yeah, unfortunately, a lot of the West Coast cities have really gone downhill. It's sad. I can't even imagine how bad LA must be. I haven't been to LA now. I don't know. Probably the last time I went to LA was that time that we went and saw um, that the guy that claims to be Charles Manson's son. I think that's probably the last time I've been in LA. Breakfast with Breck, homemade pork chop, chili verde, and fried potatoes, old family recipe from Mexico. That sounds cool. Hi, Jan. How are you? Yeah, I agree with Jennifer. That sounds yummy. Cooking with a kid talks about my channel and Jordan's channel sometimes. Yeah, yeah, I hear that from time to time. When's the guy coming to do the patio? The patio was done last week. So you're gonna have to wait until Thursday to see the first part of that video, and it'll be Thursday and then Saturday you'll see that. But the patio went in, and it looks great. I'm really happy with it. And on Tuesday's video, I go out and kind of look at some kind of interesting roadside attractions. That was kind of a fun video too. Matthew Roberts, yeah. See, I'm horrible with names. I forget that sometimes. It's probably a good thing his name's not Matthew Manson, huh? Here comes the food talk. Ain't that the way it always is? We always start talking about food. I don't know how that is. Well, no, I do know how it is because I'm always thinking with my stomach. Yeah, I'm gonna do some more stuff out in the yard probably this weekend, and that will be the videos that you'll see. I've got videos up through Saturday, so the video I shoot today won't go up until next Tuesday, and we'll go from there. I'm really skeptical about tarot card reading and stuff like that, and I don't know. I didn't really see anything change as a result of that. It was just kind of an interesting vlog. It was the same with the David Omen house. I didn't see any ghosts or anything like that. I need to see something that's you know I can't explain any other way, and I haven't seen that. I've been on Lombard Street. I don't know if I've ever been to the Hay. Well, I can see how he looks like Charlie Manson, except for the fact that Charlie was really a short guy, and it blew me away. This guy was like 6'2", 6'3". I think Charles was what 5'2". He was a tiny little guy. Is that my phone or my tablet beeping at me? Who knows? Food is the universal language. Ain't that the truth? We all need food. I'm lagging today. Hmm. Hate used to be so much fun. Yeah. How's my mom? Talked to my mom last week. As I've mentioned before, we usually talk on Sunday afternoons. So, you know, Sunday morning is probably the furthest you can get away from having getting current information, but that's okay. She's doing her thing. There are limited ingredients for breakfast. You have potatoes, marinara sauce, and cheese, huh? Potato and cheese pizza? I don't know. Yeah, I was thinking that, because I wanted to put all those tomato plants in there that appeared to survive, and it was telling me that I should keep them like 2 feet apart. It's like I was putting them 1 feet apart. So yeah, it was probably better that we just pulled them all out and started over again. Am I happy with the job they did on the patio so far? Yeah, yeah, they did good work. It's always it's kind of always a wild card when you're dealing with a new vendor because you don't know how they're going to do. I kind of did some references on them, but and everybody seemed to be happy with them, but you never know until you actually get the work done. But I watched them do it, and they definitely seem to have the equipment and the know-how. So when is she going to be with us again on the live stream? Actually, one of the things my mom mentioned when we talked last week is that when I come and visit her, she said she would be open to actually being in the live stream. So you may actually get to see her at some point. She said she may not stay for the whole live stream, but last time she was on for a whole one. So she was on the phone when before we started and stayed until the end. So yeah, I agree. I don't know whether Robert was actually a relative or not. Like I said, he looks like him, and it's entirely possible. I mean, the story is plausible. But you're right. Without the DNA test, it's hard to tell. It'd be nice. You like my mom? Yeah, I kind of like my mom too. She has her moments. Yeah, it'll be fun for you to be able to see her. You'll only be able to hear her. Oh, hey, Nibble. I see Nibbles coming here too. You gonna come onto the screen here? Come let us see your pretty face. Or are we just going to look at this mug? Huh? Come on, Nibble. Nibble. Wife's going to get them all. I guess you don't want any kitty treats. Oh, well. No kitty treats for Nibble. I look forward to seeing park vlogs in California. I don't know if it'll be in California where I'll actually shoot them. It's going to probably be on the way to California. But I don't know. We'll see. Hey, Black Dot. How are you? Good to see you again. Or good to see your name again. Oh, here she comes. Maybe she just needs to, and then she sees me turn the laptop, and then she goes and hides behind the chair. Let's see if we can coax her in now. Come here, Nibble. She's You're not Nibble. You're Bite. Come on, Nibble. I see ya. She's just right around the side of the chair there. Just made your breakfast 2 egg burritos. I had kind of a breakfast burrito this morning too. I've been kind of doing that lately. I got to get some like bulk sausage and fry that up, little bacon, little chunks of ham, and when that's all kind of cooked and ready, then I throw in a couple of eggs and just kind of mix it all together. Yummy stuff. And of course, I've been eating it with my homemade salsa. How are the bluebonnets? The bluebonnets are blooming. They're looking really nice, and the veggies they're all still alive. So we'll keep them going. Like I said, it's been raining for a couple of days here, so they got a good drink, and that's always a good thing. Yeah, it looks like I will be able to be allowed to visit her. You know, I've been vaccinated right now, and she's been vaccinated, so Peg Tooth did a little research. Manson, 154 pounds, 5'2", dark gray eyes. He died at the age of 82 with a net worth of $400,000. Wow, serial killers make money, huh? I guess when you're famous like him. Reminded in that scene in the movie Natural Born Killers where uh, Mickey Knox is being interviewed by Wayne Gale, and Mickey is trying to figure out, who's who got the best ratings of all the serial killers, and he was, and Mickey was beating them all out, and then he said, "What about Manson?" And Wayne says, "Oh, Manson beat you," and Mickey says, "Yeah, it's kind of hard to beat the king." Do I think Jordan has moved into his new place yet? I don't know. I don't know if he's actually moved there. And I know basically what you know from the vlogs, and that is that he did a live stream there about a week ago, um, and with Scott. And but I don't know if he's actually fully moved in or not. Yeah, yeah. I found the El Pato hot sauce. I can get it at Walmart. You have to kind of look for it a little bit, but I did find it. They kind of hide it in the stores, so it can be a challenge sometimes to find it. It isn't where you think it would be. Looking forward to seeing that mower. Yeah, I've mowed a couple of times. I might actually, it's getting to the point now where I'm having to almost go out every couple of weeks to do it. And so might end up mowing this weekend. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, I don't know if Matthew ever got any DNA done. I've made that salsa with the El Pato hot sauce or hot tomato sauce a few times now. In fact, I'm just about ready to finish up the second batch I made. I might have to make some more. I'm still kind of experimenting with the formula a little bit. Okay, Robert's saying that Jordan said his California apartment was empty. That's good. Yeah, I would guess there's nothing really holding him back, and I don't know. Sometimes he's like way ahead on vlogs, so vlogs you're seeing may have been from like a month ago. I know sometimes he's got like lots and lots of them uploaded. Okay, Suzanne's saying that last live stream he said he's all moved in, just has to unpack. Yeah, that'll take a while. I'm still sort of unpacking here a little bit. Yeah, yeah, salsa's great. Like I said, I'm still kind of playing around with it a little bit. I'd like it to be a little spicier, but second time I did it, I put more jalapenos and habaneros in it, and it was better. And like I said, I'm fiddling around with it, and I'm kind of making it my own. But it's a really really good starting point. So yeah, I'll probably try your recipe too, David. I didn't want to do two salsa recipes back to back, but we'll try that at some point too. Do I have a date set for the new patio? Yeah, the new patio was actually installed last week. So you'll see that video on Thursday and again on Saturday. It's a two-parter. The first day is I'm kind of tearing everything up and getting everything ready, getting everything formed and molded and all that. And then part two is I'm putting the patio, laying the concrete and you know, getting it all finished and ready to go. So it turned out well. They did a good job. So yes, the date is set. The date was a week ago. Not quite a week ago, actually. They did it last Thursday. Okay, so he's 3 months out now. That doesn't surprise me. I know he's way ahead. You know what was because I think he's just doing what 3 days a week now. Is that what he's doing? More details on the hot sauce brand. Are you talking the El Pato hot tomato sauce? That's just stuff you can buy at the store. And as for the rest of it, I shared the recipe when we did the vlog on it. Now I couldn't find the El Pato hot sauce or hot tomato sauce the first time, so I just used regular tomato sauce and I souped it up with Tabasco sauce, and that was pretty good. But I tried it with the El Pato hot sauce the second time, and it was good too. And I put more tomato and more jalapenos in it, more jalapenos, and this time I think I added habaneros too. Yeah, the front yard looks nice. It turned out really well. I'm really happy with it. Hey, Jeff's here. Guess where he's going? Yeah, I know where he's going. He's going out to lunch. Did I ever try your salsa recipe? You gave it to me when I started the Facebook page. I don't think I ever tried that one. I'll have to go back and check that one out. Did anyone say cerveza? That actually sounds good. A little early for that, but I know we've joked about it before. But it's sort of a family channel here. I don't want to sit here and get drunk on the live stream. Yeah, cerveza's in the fridge, definitely. The one from Walmart, yeah, that's just the El Pato hot tomato sauce. Hang on, I will get one of the cans. I got one in the cabinet. Back in a second. So yeah, that's what it is right there. El Pato brand hot tomato sauce, and I guess in Spanish El Pato is duck, which is why they got a picture of a duck on the cover. So that's just a little 7 and 3/4 ounce can, and that and onions and jalapenos and tomatoes, and put it in the fridge overnight. And it's great. After watching the patio guy do it, do I think I'd be able to do it also? No, there's too much specialized equipment to do that. It would cost more for me to go out and rent everything I needed to do it. And in this case, I think it's better just to leave it to the pros. I absolutely made the right decision. Yeah, I hope we're still on, Jeff. We're going to be going for another hour 20 here, so eat fast. I can eat and gain 10 pounds watching the live stream. Ain't that true? Yeah. The duck. Yeah, I think that's what El Pato is the duck. So there's the duck. And like I said, I just found it at Walmart. And I think it wasn't like you'd think, since it's tomato sauce that it would be in the tomato sauce section, but it seemed like it was more like in the salsa section or something like that. I had to kind of look for it. Yeah, looks like Kathy's checking out. Thanks for stopping in, Kathy. Sounds like she's got a lot to do. Yeah, definitely try the salsa recipe. I put that up a few weeks ago. It turned out good. Am I still working the OT? Honestly, I haven't really been. They're not doing a very good job in enforcing it. That's, I think, the one criticism I have with this place is they make policy and then they don't enforce it. And it's hard for me to justify going in on my days off when I don't see the other shifts coming in and helping us. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm not at this moment. The last time I went in was the day we had the super freeze. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured with Pata and Pato, is it probably was feminine and masculine. Is that vodka? No, I'd be slurring my speech by now if I drank that much vodka. Definitely would be at the end of the live stream, huh? Give you a preview what the end of the live stream would be if this was actually vodka. It looked like something like this. So yeah, no vodka. You're gonna be planting 4 sequoia trees in your local park today. You've been nursing them from seedlings for 5 years. That's cool. It's kind of fun to grow a tree from seeds like that. Yeah, well, that's one of the things I'm going to probably do a lot of, Peg, is use my own jalapenos when that plant starts producing. I'll make a lot of salsa because the beauty is that salsa can be frozen, and so I'll just make a lot of it. We'll put El Pato on the map. Have my own tomatoes, have my own jalapenos and habaneros because that's I've got both of those out there. I got three varieties of tomatoes and two types of peppers, and we'll definitely make a lot of salsa. Enjoy my spicy hot food now because when I get older, my stomach won't tolerate. I'm hoping that my stomach will be more used to it. I'm more tolerant of spicy things now than I was when I was really young. When I was young, I mean, you know, spicy things it was too much. But I hope I don't ever get to the point where I can't handle it anymore because I love it so much. Escaping the calories. Yeah, I know. Except we're not doing a very good job at doing that, are we? My drunk log could be called escaping reality. That's true. Yeah, beefsteak tomatoes. I got a couple of varieties of beefsteak tomatoes, and I got some little couple of varieties of cherry tomatoes too. So seems like everybody's enjoying your joke, Black Dot. We got a comedian in our midst. I just remember I can hear ocean waves behind me, and we're not showing Matt's videos. That's not cool. Everybody got really quiet again here. Even Bite's bored. Bite's at the end of the hall now, just kind of staring at me. Is it the tomatoes like the fresh cracked pepper, or is it the people who eat the tomatoes that like that? I don't know. It must be possible to grow tomatoes in relatively cold weather because my uncle grows them in northern Minnesota. He's always talking about how he grows tomatoes every year and it's like his Christmas letters and stuff like that. We made chicken carbonara last night. It's your girlfriend's own recipe. It's really awesome. That sounds cool. Yeah, laughter makes it. When I was saying that to my boss yesterday, we had a little incident at work where somebody got kind of stressed out a little bit, and it kind of went ugly. And I was talking to my boss about that afterwards, and I said, you know what? When my machine isn't working well, rather than getting all stressed out about it, I just laugh at it. It's just way healthier. You like baking chicken with Roma tomatoes, huh? Yeah, tomatoes are good. I've been, I like that salsa I've been making. I've been eating it with a lot of things. Like I said, I've been having the breakfast burritos for breakfast are good. Um, it's also good on the salsa is good on salmon. I've been eating it on salmon. I like it on pork. I like it on chicken. It's good almost anywhere. Any sign of life in the palm tree? No, not so, no, so, not so far. Better late than never. Yeah, that's true. We're not even at the halfway mark though, so not too bad. Tell my mom hello from all of us. She's watching the live streams. She's not on live because it's like 10 in the morning there, and I think she's probably down eating breakfast or something like that, or watching her church service or something like that. But she comes back and watches the live streams afterwards. And so she sees your comments. She's gotten to the point now she knows how to see the comments. So at the beginning it would just be, just me talking. That's sort of if you ever wonder why it is I read the questions out loud sometimes, is from my mom so that she can know what it is, who what I'm replying to. Salmon sounds good right now. Yeah, actually it does. Maybe I'll take some salmon out for dinner tonight. Haven't figured out what I'm going to have for dinner, but salmon sounds pretty good. And I do have some in the freezer. So who's going to grow tomatoes this year? This guy, hopefully. Yes, you're a rare one. You hate tomatoes. Tomatoes are one of those love hate things. You either really like them or you really don't like them. I know a lot of people like that. I love tomatoes. I mean, I'll get the big beefsteak tomatoes and eat them like an apple. Hello, Ken. Happy Sunday to you too. Next town over grows greenhouse tomatoes and long English cucumbers for most of the year. Over half the town is under glass. This is possible despite the extreme weather or during the regional weather extremes. Okay. And the homemade spaghetti and garlic bread. That sounds good. I actually, yeah, you remember I made two lasagnas. One of them's still in the freezer. I should probably uh, pull that out and use it. What I've been thinking actually, pull it out, thaw it, put them like individual servings, and then put them back in the freezer. And I could just pull one out, thaw it, eat for dinner, and go that way. Because what I right now is I still got it in the 9 by 13 pan, and so you pull it out, it's basically the whole thing. Have I used the cast iron cookware yet? A little bit. I made some bacon in it the other day, bacon and eggs. I'm gonna have to kind of figure out how it works, so it's a little bit different than traditional cookware. We're growing cucumbers, tomatoes, artichokes, strawberries, blueberries, and more. Not a huge cucumber or artichoke fan, but the rest of that sounds really good. Have my neighbors given me any gardening tips? No, I don't think any of them know I'm doing anything yet. I mean, I think the first evidence they've seen of me even doing anything planting wise was in the front yard when I put all that stuff in that you saw on last night's video. I actually did that on Sunday, last Sunday. I always thought that I was the combination of Bob Vila, Julia Child, and a Jolly Green Giant. That's one heck of a combination. You made chicken enchiladas in your instant pot. That sounds good. Send me a recipe for that. I love chicken enchiladas. You got strawberries growing, and you're going to grow spaghetti squash. I don't know what spaghetti squash is, but I know what strawberries are. Strawberries are good. Yeah, the cast iron cookware included instructions on how to do that. So make pickles. I don't know how to make pickles. That'd be interesting to do. Best thing to cook in a cast iron skillet is cornbread. Actually, that sounds good too. You have a good recipe for that? Send me that. I love cornbread. And you're right. I bet you cast iron skillet is the way to do that. Pumpkins and squash, zucchini, all easy to grow. I love zucchini. Yeah, I haven't seen any problems. I know a lot of people said that too, that I shouldn't use the cast iron on the glass top. Uh, I didn't see any problem with it. I could see a potential issue if I dropped it onto the glass top. I could break it, but I'll just be careful. I think it'll be fine. The instructions specifically said I could use it on my glass top, so you know what, we'll do that. Am I going to put mulch or rock around the new plants in the front yard? Probably not. The stuff I have should spread out and cover the whole ground. So I want to just kind of let it, do what it does and see what happens. Yeah, definitely. Say if you get a good pickling recipe, I'd like to try that, David. I'll definitely try that. Ever had tomato sandwiches with cheese? No, I gotta admit, I've never done a tomato sandwich. There's a new pickle margarita at Taco Cabana. Don't know if it's good, but you love pickles. Huh. Am I going to grow things for Flash? I don't know. We'll see. Um, I think she always just kind of fed on the grass in the yard. So I don't know. Maybe I'll grow some things specifically for her. I got a big enough yard to do it now. Cast iron makes scrambled eggs so good. I'll have to try that too. Maybe when I make the next uh, mixings for my breakfast burritos, maybe I'll do that in the cast iron skillet. Ah, Flash is so cute. Yeah, she's my buddy. I can't wait for her to come out here. See if you can acquire jars ahead of time. Actually, um, I love olives, and so I've been kind of on an olive fetish lately, and I've been kind of saving the jars that they come in, and that's what I've been putting my salsa in. So, and those jars are probably 3 inches in diameter and probably 10 inches tall, so they're good for pickling. And yeah, if I try doing something, I'll get some jars to put it in. What's the update on the backyard patio? The patio was installed last Wednesday and Thursday. So you'll see that video this coming Thursday and part two on Saturday. Part one is on Thursday, and that's some kind of pulling everything out, getting everything ready, and framing everything up. And then part two on Saturday was when they poured the concrete, got it all finished. So it's done. It looks great out there. Cast iron cooking. Yeah, well, when I get to the point where I feel comfortable enough with it that I'm ready to do a vlog about it, you'll probably see some cast iron vlogs. It'll be just another segment like the instant pot recipes. Yeah, the patio came out nice. I'm really happy with it. Haven't been able to do a whole lot with it because I've been working the last couple of days and it's been raining. But I think today when I get done with the live stream, I'm going to go out there and kind of move everything back onto it. Um, and then we're going to do some stuff around it. Since the concrete level is a little bit higher, I want to raise the level of the beds around it and put some plants in there. So that's probably going to be part of the process this weekend. I also want to put rain gutters on the patio cover now, because now that we've got the concrete laid, I want to channel the rainwater coming off of the patio cover away from that. And so rain gutters will probably be one of the things we'll do this weekend too. Have I scheduled my vacation? No, I haven't yet, but I think if I work it out right, I'll take 2 weeks off of work and then I'll get the weekends before and after that, and I'll get almost 3 weeks out of it. So, I'm gonna look at what I have for vacation. I've been there for more than a year now, and so I've accrued some vacation, and I'll see what I have, and I'm gonna maximize it. I'll probably just take it all at one shot and probably get 3 weeks off straight. I still got to get to the point where I can talk to my boss and do that. And it hasn't been convenient yet to do it, but we'll figure it out. Yeah, I'll put a leaf filter on the rain gutter definitely. Yeah, there's a sprinkler system in the yard, and I'm using that. It works fine. All of the areas that I'm putting plants in, they already had the sprinklers there. They just they were really just sparse with the plants that they had. I mean, there were two or three plants in that whole area that I did that on the video you saw last night. And I put 20 or 25 plants in that area. I just want to really fill it up. If you got a big, nice garden area, it doesn't make sense to put two tiny little plants in it. Yeah, that's what the instructions say in terms of seasoning the cast iron. Basically, they say something to the effect of, put some oil in it and then put it in the oven and just let it cook for a while. And they say if it ever gets like rusty, I can just sand it off and re-season it. So we'll make it work. I'm looking forward to experimenting with it. It's like the Instant Pot. I was a little intimidated by that at the beginning, but I tried some simple things, and then that kind of gave me the confidence to try other things, and it just went from there. Funny, we haven't had Bite coming up here showing us his butt today yet. You shy today? Is that what it is? Huh? Yeah? Come on up here. Come join the party. Come on, you can do it. Come on, Bite. No? Right? 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 What? What? Okay. Come on, show us your butt. We haven't seen Bite Butt today. Huh? He's found the brush now. That's his second favorite thing in the world. All right, let's see what we're missing here. Gotta put the old man eyes back on here so I can see here. Check out Cowboy Kent Rollins. Great cast iron recipes. There you go. Try and cut the tomatoes kind of thin, and a few pieces of cheese cut thin, as well as salt, pepper. Great for lunch. Nice. There we go. We got him up in the shot now a little bit. He's on strike because I was outside last week. Yeah, maybe that's what it is. He forgot to do that. He forgot how to do live streams. We got a request for a belly rub. You want a belly rub? Huh? It's belly rub time. Ah, belly rub. Belly rub time. You could get a belly rub too, Nibble, if you'd come up and say hi. Okay, belly rub's over. Yeah, I think the thing I said use like canola oil too for treating the cast iron. Yeah, I know he's really loving the brush right now. Does Nibble ever get on my lap? Sometimes when I'm sitting watching TV on the lazy boy chair, she'll come up and if I'm dishing out treats, she'll come up and get some. She's right here right now. Let's see if we can coax her into the shop a little bit here. Let's see here. I think she's going to come around the side of the chair here in a moment. Maybe. Now she's going to make a liar out of me. Nibble. Come here, pretty girl. Come on. You're so gullible. Yeah, Bite got that one. We'll leave the lid off here so maybe we can see if we can coax her into the shot here. But right now she's hiding. She does that. He's brushing himself. Yeah, I know. I have to actually put this thing away because if I don't, he'll like literally wear his face raw with that thing. He loves that thing. You heard the grape oil works well because of the high smoke point. Yeah, I don't know. Cast iron pans are always handy for wives wanting to keep their husbands in line. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, pound for pound, they'll do more damage than just about any other piece of cookware, except for like the butcher knife. Nibble, want a kitty treat? Bite does. Ow! Dude, that was my finger. And she got that one. Bite tried to, but he wasn't fast enough. Oh, wow. I just saw that on the camera, but that was mean. You're a brat, Bite. Oh, you're seeing the clock up on the wall? Yeah, that one right there. Yeah, that was my grandmother's clock. I got to take it into a clock repair person, though. I think during the move, the chimes got a little out of sync. I might be able to fix it myself, but what ends up happening is when the hammers hit the chimes, they're only hitting about half of them. So I think probably it's just an adjustment. But since it's a clock, I don't want to mess with it because it's an antique and I don't want to risk breaking it. I want somebody who knows what they're doing to look at it. I would like to get that thing going again, though. You also need to adjust the time a little bit. I think it runs a little slow. What did Bite do? Oh, he took a swat at Nibble. After Nibble got that kitty treat, he swatted her with his paw. He's just a brat. Yes, he is. You're a brat, Bite. Jennifer's saying that any oil works. After washing, put a few tiny put a tiny film of what's handy and heat it for a few minutes. When's the open house? A couple hundred of you want to swim in my pool while I cook for you. Huh? I don't know. I don't know about that. It would be fun to have a do a meetup here, but that can't happen, unfortunately. Not because of the 99.9% of you, but because that 0.001% of you that would do something stupid. Oh, Jordan's here. Yeah, he likes my shirt. I've been wearing vintage Jordan Alliance shirts for the last couple of live streams. I figured this is the one I'd wear this week. Am I familiar with tomatillos? I've heard of them. I think I've even seen them in the store. I don't know what to do with them though. Yeah, the instructions I got with the cast iron said specific types of oil to use, and I think they said canola oil. Uh, so, I'll go with what the instructions say. That's the trifecta. Days with John, Escaping the Mouse, and Days with Jordan the Lion on the same T-shirt. Yeah, right. They're used in making chili verde. They're the primary tomato. Interesting. Yeah, I think I've seen them in the store. I've never seen them before until I got to Texas. Yeah, I think I'm on the same page, Jan. It's one of those things. It's a family heirloom. It belonged to my grandmother, and she's had it for forever. And I wouldn't want to ruin it by not knowing what I'm doing. So yeah, I'll definitely take it in and have somebody who knows what they're doing work on it. It works. Like I said, the only problem is the chimes don't work exactly right, and I think that's just an adjustment. And it runs a little slow, so that's just an adjustment too, I think. I make green salsa with them. Okay, okay. Yeah, I'm hoping to get to visit Jordan at his house some point. Do some escaping the mouse home repairs at his house. He'll send me an old school recipe how to use it for salsas, chili verde. They're wonderful. Okay, yeah, definitely do that. You know the cooking address. Lounging with Jaw by the pool. Yeah. Well, we gotta get Jaw into the pool, and that may be a bit of a challenge. He's had a couple of odd, maybe slightly scary experiences involving water. You remember when I used to babysit Jaw when Jordan would go on his trips, and there was that one time I was walking him and he was rolling around on the grass next to the lake and rolled into the lake. I got to put that up for a blooper reel some point. Well, y'all want to visit Jordan at his house? Yeah, let's have a pool party at Jordan's house. Yeah, well, Jordan, before Jordan actually made the decision on the house, he had a house inspector go through there, and he sent me the inspector's report, and I was looking through it and said, "Yeah, we can do this, we can do this, we can do this. You're gonna need to get a professional for that." And, a bunch of the stuff. A lot of. I think Jordan is really eager to kind of get things up to speed really quickly. So a lot of the things that probably we could do on our own, you can probably pay to have somebody to do, but that's okay. I'm sure he'll. With being a homeowner, there's always going to be something that needs to be done. So, when we get to the point when I can go visit him, I'm sure we'll find something to keep ourselves entertained. But it looked like about two-thirds of the things that were on the list, you know, would have been DIY projects. Okay, Jan's bringing the smoked brisket. That sounds good. Yeah, maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe I'll smoke the salmon tonight. Start it a couple hours early, and just let it be on the smoker for a couple hours. Smoked salmon sounds good. Okay, Bill just sent me a scrambled egg cast iron recipe just now. All right, cool. I'll look forward to seeing that. Yeah, Jordan's gonna love being a homeowner. The best thing about being a homeowner is not having to share your life with your neighbors. That was, I hated that when I had my apartment in California, and I hated it for the about a year I had, a little over a year I had an apartment here in Texas. You know, you can't be, you don't want to be too noisy for the neighbors, and you hear everything that's going on in their apartment. I like the fact that if I want to get up at 3 in the morning and crank up the stereo as loud as I can do that. Can't do that when you have an apartment because next thing you know, you have the police pounding on your door. Knock it off! It's too noisy. Yeah, it'd be fun to do a live stream with Matt. I'd have to go to Hawaii to do that though. Yeah, I'm glad when people share with me their family recipes. I've shared a few of my family recipes too. That lasagna, that's a family recipe that I enjoyed sharing with you. That's still one of my that's my baseline for what lasagna is supposed to taste like. That's what I grew up with, and so I was very happy to share that with you. And so I love it when people share it with me too. So absolutely, David, keep them coming. I especially love good Mexican food recipes. 'Cause I am a huge fan of Mexican food. In terms of ethnic food, Mexican is the best. Yeah, that's another advantage, definitely, Connie, is you can do whatever you want with it. It's your house, provided you don't have an HOA. That was actually one of the requirements I had when I was looking for a house. I gave the realtor a list of things. I wanted a single story house because I'm getting too old now to be climbing stairs all the time. I wanted at least three bedrooms, at least two bathrooms, a nice big backyard. And one of the things I said is I did not want to have an HOA. And there doesn't seem to be a lot of HOAs in the area, so that's a good thing. Because HOAs, they sometimes get a little bit out of hand. The HOA, my house in California, they actually wanted to regulate what kind of a welcome mat you could have in front of your house. It was that crazy. Thank you, the top vloggers. I appreciate that. I'm glad you guys watch. I'm glad you enjoy what I do. Yeah, I could never deal with an apartment long term. It was bad enough for the year I was here, but I couldn't get ready. I couldn't get out of that place fast enough. It was funny because last year when tax days came around, I was kind of pushing the tax man to help me get my stuff done. He said, "Well, you don't have to have it done. They've delayed it this year because of the coronavirus. You don't have to have them done until middle of July." And it's like, yeah, no, I'm in an apartment right now, and I have to find out how much money I have, you know, to buy a house before I can do that. And I want to do that, and I had to actually kind of push him into pushing my taxes to the front of the list so I could figure out what it was I was going to owe, because I knew I was going to owe a lot because I made a lot of money on the house, and wanted to figure out, because once I paid off the taxes, then I got to the point where I knew what I had to spend on a house, and so that was good. Yeah, climbing stairs is good exercise, but you get to the point where you get a certain age, it's also it can be a hazard. It could be a trip hazard, and you know what? It was one I had a house, a two-story house in California for 22 years, something like that, and it was kind of a status symbol to have a two-story house, I think, and that was sort of why I wanted it. But at this point, I'm over the whole status symbol thing. I just wanted to have a house that was going to work with me, and I'm really happy with this place. This place has been great. Yeah, I know. I was terrified. In fact, I was really impressed with what the tax guy did, because when I started talking to my brother-in-law, who's an investment broker, and he was telling me kind of what to expect for the taxes, and my tax guy got me a tax rate that was about 60% of what I expected it to be. So, and he did well by me again this year. Um, I My taxes this year were a lot less than I thought they were going to be. I was just kind of looking at the general um, tax tables, and I figured, okay, well, this year I was going to owe $1,000 or something like that. It turned out I owed $26. So it's like, that's perfect. That's as great as it could get. And then next year I'm going to be able to deduct some of my property taxes from that, so I'll be a little better off next year. And you know, we'll be good to go. And I mean, my tax guy was reminding me of things that I could deduct that I didn't even think of, because I get some income from vlogging. Last year I was deducting when I'd go do restaurant vlogs. I deduct the cost of that. When I first moved in here, I had to buy a new computer monitor. I was able to deduct that. I bought the new camera last year and I was able to deduct that. But he also called me back and says, "Oh yeah, since you're a vlogger, you can deduct your internet costs." It's like, whoa, that's true. I didn't even think about that. So I had to quickly come up with what my internet charges were for the month, and that helped a lot. So yeah, definitely. That was definitely one of the reasons I moved to Texas. I mean, there were a lot of them, but no state income tax was definitely one of them. And California was one of the worst tax states there was. So, like I said, I am glad to just be finally free of that place. Yeah, I do owe a little, but like I said, it was about 26 bucks. And so it's like, okay, yeah, I can deal with that. That's actually almost perfect for me because, I don't like the idea of getting a big refund. Yeah, it's nice, but basically what a refund means is that you just gave the federal government an interest-free loan for a whole year. It's money that you could have had and done your own thing with. So breaking perfectly even or paying, 20 or 25 bucks, that's perfect. Then I didn't give the federal government anything that they didn't deserve. And, you know, yeah, there's a bunch of states that are kind of going the no state income tax thing. I wouldn't think Washington would have been one of them, but yeah, I've never been a coffee drinker. I think I've had 2 cups of coffee in my life and wasn't really impressed with either of them. And caffeine doesn't work for me, so I don't really drink a lot of caffeine. Yeah, I've had a couple of close calls on the stairs, and like I said, that was why I decided that I'm over the stairs now. Everything's on one level, and that's the way it should be. This is actually a bigger house anyway, so and I think it isn't really that the bedrooms are that much bigger. It's just the big difference is this one room here, this big massive room. I love this room. You know, I've got everything I want in this room, and I got a big open space over here. I could actually put a pool table in this room. I've thought about that at one point. I'd love to have a pool table, but never really had the room for it. Now I kind of do. Iggy Pop is turning 74 this year. He's donating all his revenue for his concert to his roadies. That's cool. I let the tax guy deal with that, but he kept coming back and saying, "Oh yeah, there's you can deduct this, you can deduct that." It's like, "Oh, great, awesome." I would have missed all that. In fact, I had to actually go back to him. He prepared my forms and sent them to me for review. And under the question, what do I do for a living? He had what I had last year, which was I was an internet vlogger. Because last year at tax time, I was pretty much unemployed, except for the vlogging. And he tried to do that this year, and I had to go back to him and said, no, actually, I got a real job now. And so I had to kind of come up with my title for that. And he also had the apartment address for for my mailing address, so we had to update that too. But yeah, I think with coffee, I think I probably would like it if I ever had good coffee, But since caffeine doesn't do anything for me anyway, um, I just never got into it. Yeah, I'd like to have a pool table, um, but like I said, it would take a lot of room here. Maybe someday. Iggy is definitely an interesting character, and he does some really interesting things too. I'm a Star Trek nerd. Probably some of you know that, and Iggy Pop actually appeared in an episode of Star Trek Deep Space Nine once, which was really odd. So I guess he's a Star Trek fan too. Pool table would be fun. I love playing pool. Ugh. Which episode? I think it was called The Magnificent Ferengi. It was later in the season. It was when they were dealing with the Dominion, and Iggy Pop played a really weird looking Vorta. He's kind of a strange looking character to begin with. But yeah, check it out. It's like one of the later seasons, season 5 or something like that. It's called The Magnificent Ferengi. The only problem with my videos is I inspire you to do too many things at once, huh? Oh man, yeah. Well, you gotta take them one at a time here. That's kind of what I do. One project at a time. That's what you got to do. Taxes are a lot less now. What in order to get the revenue, they have property taxes, and so that's based on the value of the house. But you know that's the trade-off, and we got a sales tax too, and you have to deal with that. And I think the sales tax is actually pretty close to what California's was. I think California's was what 8.25 or something like that, and I don't think Texas is that much less. You love playing pool. Your grandpa owned a beer garden when you were little, and your grandpa called you a shark. All right, there you go. David Bowie saved Iggy from the streets. That's cool. Yeah, property taxes are a little on the high side in Texas, but property values are lower. And so at the end of the day, it all kind of comes out in the end. Because I think, you know, I had a little over a $600,000 house in California, and 1% of a $600,000 house is less than 2% of a $250,000 house. So, it's all a matter of how you factor everything in. Well, I mean, the state's got to have some way to make revenue. So, I actually think no income tax is a good idea. Yeah, I wish with the property tax bill that they would break it up into chunks rather than giving you one bill at the end of the year where you have to come up with all the money. It would really be cool if they could just send me a bill once a month and say, yeah, here's your bill for the month, and then you can kind of, prepare for it. Hello, the shirt, is that me, Jordan and Jaw? Yes, this was the vintage Jordan the Lion t-shirt. Been there, vlogged out, and that's Jordan and me and the Joster right there. So yeah, I've been wearing vintage Jordan the Lion t-shirts for the past couple of live streams. You have a high property tax? Yeah, I'm sure San Antonio probably has their own. The only one I have to deal with is just the Waco one, or just the Texas one. There isn't really a Waco one. We're not talking about food. We're talking about taxes. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, some counties in tech. You're right. It depends on the local government. Income tax in Canada was imposed initially as a temporary measure to pay for the World War II involvement. Isn't it odd how it didn't go away? Yeah, well, in California or in the United States, we had 2 weeks to flatten the curve too on the coronavirus thing, and here we are a year into that. Politicians will always find some stuff to waste your money on. I didn't know you could text chili peppers. That shirt could be redone as a print art. It's best one ever. Yeah. I remember when Jordan came up to me, he came up to me at one point and says, would you consider having your image put on a t-shirt? And I said, yeah, I'd be open to the idea. I just want to, never, I just want to, I want to see what it looks like first. And he showed me this and said, yeah, that's cool. He was saying it would be kind of a Jetsons theme thing. And, I kind of like that. So, no, there's no such thing as a temporary tax. You're right. Yeah, I know toll bridges, bridge tolls should, yeah, you're right. Once the bridge is paid for, it should go away, or toll roads in general. Your taxes on your house, you had to fight, you tried to fight because you're paying taxes to three different schools. Yeah, I know. I don't even have kids, but I'm paying for the schools. Whatever, I guess that's how they do it. Yeah, I guess that would probably make more sense as taxes, not text. I just sometimes auto check or autocorrect errors are really funny. Yeah, it would be a good idea not to tax chili peppers, but since I grow my own, or will be growing my own soon, hopefully it won't be an issue. It's well above freezing today, and there's a light snowfall, and the roads are wet. Yeah, that happens. Yeah, I know. That's the frustrating thing. You're paying more and more for school levies, and the kids aren't even going to school. Yeah, autocorrect. Autocorrect errors are often funnier than the original text. You never know what you're going to get. How's the climate for growing strawberries in Texas? I see a lot of strawberry plants for sale at the garden stores, so it must be good. And yeah, Flash would love strawberries. Unfortunately, I love strawberries too, and so I'd be battling Flash for them. What does Flash eat? Basically, just about any kind of fruit or any kind of vegetable except citrus and probably tomatoes. I don't think she likes tomatoes. Probably wouldn't be too much into pineapple. But she'll also eat like slugs and snails too. So she's gonna love this place. Lots of both. Hanging pots, well, or just an elevated garden. I'll probably plant some things that she'll like. But she'll mainly just graze on the grass in the yard. It would have to be a whole bunch of strawberry plants by her cave, though, because she'll eat them quick. You wouldn't think of something that small would eat that much, but she eats a lot. She used to live at home before at my mom's house before I had my own place. My mom used to grow ornamental cabbage in her yard, and Flash loved that. Flash fed, ate those right down to the ground. How's Beth getting along with Flash? I might have to fight with Beth to get Flash back. I think Beth really likes having Flash, and Beth's niece and nephew also enjoy Flash. Yeah, Strawberry Fields Forever. That's a great song. We'll probably grow some treats for her. I guess I got a big enough of a yard to do it. Definitely will do that, Ruth. In fact, this week I'm going to probably do some more gardening vlogs. So stay tuned for that. You'll probably see that next week. Do I have a picture of Flash? Let me see if I can find a picture of Flash. I think Beth sent me one recently. Yeah, there's a Flash picture. There's Flash right there, chomping on a piece of lettuce. So looking forward to getting her here. Yeah, I've been thinking I'd probably let whatever grows on top of Flash's cave just be there. It'll serve uh it'll serve the purpose, of increasing the insulation a little bit. It'll also hold the dirt together a little bit. And if Flash wants to four wheel it up the side of that thing and eat, then and so be it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she likes grapes, and I'm sure she'd probably like bananas too. I don't think I've ever tried bananas, but I bet you she'd like them. Yeah, I miss Flash too. I can't wait for her to come here. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I could give Beth or her niece and nephew a tortoise. Yeah, when I get Flash here, I'll do a whole Flash episode. I'll tell you how we came to get her, and I do want to figure out how old she is. So I put a water bowl out for Flash. No, she gets all the moisture she needs from what she eats. You got to remember, she lives naturally in the desert, so she used to have access to the pond in the house in California, and she wouldn't go anywhere near it. Occasionally, when it rained, you'd see her drinking puddles of water off the ground, but that's it. See any more large lizards? Yeah, they live around here. I see them here. No, Flash has never been to the vet. At least not when I've had her. Janice saying that there's only three seasons in Texas: spring, warm, and it's damn hot. But it seemed from this past year, there's always, so that's the fourth season. Yeah, I'd like to grow corn too, but corn takes so much space. I bet you Flash would like corn though too. I know there was a toll road around where I lived in California, and the original argument was, well, we're just going to keep it there until we paid up for the road, and then they paid off the road. And it's like, yeah, this is still a nice source of income. So you can grow corn in circles too. Yeah, I suppose. I do love corn. It'd be great to grow my own, but in fact, I think that's one of the things I have seeds for is corn. Yeah. Everybody I've talked to said that this winter was a really freak year. Many of them had never seen anything like that. It did snow a little bit last year here, but it was one of those things. It was just a little what they would call a dusting of snow. What was the last horror film I watched? I don't know. I'd have to think about that. How did I get Flash? You'll have to wait for that video because if I tell you now, then you won't want to watch the video. But it was kind of an interesting story. I'll tell that when we get Flash here. I'm going to do a full episode on her and where I got her, and you know we'll just follow. We'll do a day in the life of Flash. Yeah, I love fresh corn. Look at GoPro. Yeah, I know. I've thought about that. For you is the Amityville Horror. That's cool. That's a good. I haven't seen that in a long time. What was the last horror movie I watched? I don't know. It might have been Return of the Living Dead. You remember when Jordan and I visited the United Medical Supply store that was used in that movie? Could use flash in a cooking video, put a little hat on her. Yeah. Are most turtles carnivores? I know some of them are. I think the closest Flash gets to being a carnivore is she'll eat like slugs and snails, but for the most part, she's a herbivore. Yeah. The one what was a couple of years ago. I don't remember what it was called, but we went to the Return of the Living Dead uh, store, or well, it was a medical supply store. And it was supposed, and it was supposed. I remember I'd been watching the movie, and it was supposed to be set on the East Coast somewhere. I don't remember exactly where, but I was looking at one of the scenes, and you could clearly see the LA in the background. I said, "Wow, that's that's something I like to go." And I know Jordan liked that movie at one point. In fact, he used to have a Return of the Living Dead T-shirt that he gave me at one point, and so I knew he was aware of the movie, and we'd watched it a couple times. And I said, and he asked me, I asked if we could do a vlog on that. And he was interested, and so we went. I don't think Flash would eat anything that's dehydrated. I think it's got to be fresh. All right, Black Dot's checking out. Yeah, we're coming to the end of this anyway. We're almost up to 2 hours, and you know me, I go for about 2 hours, and then we're done. That's usually about the point where my throat starts giving out. I still got to do a vlog today, so. Have I ever tried Mexican corn? No, I don't think I have. Snapping alligator turtles. What I've been thinking about is I've been seeing like aquatic turtles that they feed like fish to and stuff like that. So they're kind of carnivores. Like the classics, the classic Hitchcock films, huh? You get a weird sense of humor like I do too. You got something to say, you better come up here because we're going to be stopping the live stream here pretty quick. You going to come up and say something? Come on. The tea tree jar is still open. Don't bite my finger this time. Guess not. How much does Flash weigh? I don't know, not much, probably a pound or two. She's not a big tortoise. She's only about that big. Yeah, that's how you judge a tortoise's age. The rings on the little segments of their shell. I did that a number of years ago, and determined what her age was there. Basically, I snapped a photo of her shell and then zoomed way in with Photoshop. But I got a camera now that takes way bigger pictures than that, so way higher resolution pictures. So, and it's been many years since I did it, so it would be very interesting to see how old she is. I think she's 70 or 80, something like that. Did I see Psycho 2 and 3? No, I only saw the first one. A lot of times, sequels just aren't up to it, aren't up to the original, and sometimes they just ruin the original. I'm guessing Flash was somebody else's tortoise, and like I said, I'll tell that story at some point. Hope I have a good time off, a good work week. Thank you, Jen. Appreciate that. Sushi vlog. That sounds good. Love sushi. I don't know how to make sushi though, so it'd have to just be me eating sushi. Some tortoises live to be 150. Some species do. I don't think. I don't think Flash is that species. I don't know how long she'll live. Yeah, I agree with you. Psycho. Psycho was good the way it is. A remake would just be, and I didn't even, or a sequel would be no good. And I didn't like the remake either. I didn't. Well, I can't say I didn't like the remake. I didn't even watch the remake. Yeah, then remake The Breakfast Club. You're right. That was another good movie. That's something I got to get a copy of. I haven't seen that in a long time. Anyway, I think we've hit the 2 hour mark, so I'm going to pull the plug on this one. Um, like I said, I'll have another video coming up on Tuesday, and I visited a couple of very interesting roadside attractions. I hope you like that. And then on Thursday and Saturday, you'll see the concrete go in on the patio. So thanks everyone for watching. I'll see you next time. Good night.